90-Day Fiancé. Before the 90 Days star David Dangerfield is revealing why he could give up on Sheila Mangubat amid the Filipino woman's visa getting rejected and her son having health issues. David debuted in Before the 90 Days Season 6 and traveled to the Philippines to meet Sheila. Her asking him for money raised red flags in David's mind, but he still got engaged to her in the finale. David wished to get Sheila to America and marry her in December 2024. Unfortunately, there was an issue with Sheila's K-1 visa that stopped her from moving to America. David said he wouldn't give up on the relationship. Still, as the months have gone by, there hasn't been any update about Sheila's visa at all. However, David has now revealed where their relationship stands. David recently shared a series of throwback pictures. Was last 1 year ago and good time we are together in Philippines, Cebu. David wrote in his caption. He mentioned that he and Sheila can't wait to get married in future, but they can't do it because the visa are so powerful than them. David added, and her friends real knew we want get married, but I can't. David mentioned they have to wait for a long time. He expressed disappointment at how there would be a loss for long-distance relationships for good if their visa issue didn't work out. I can't wait for long time because my age. David confessed that he seemed to be close to giving up on Sheila since he was getting older and couldn't keep waiting forever. He wants a woman in his life who he can love. He hopes that Sheila and his fans can forgive him and understand his plight. On a lighter note, David wrote, and I never forget I not pay insurance for rent car lol I can't afford. I was so lucky. He sent love to all his followers in his message. What it means that David still wants to get married to Sheila. David wants to marry Sheila, but he seems ready to move on. David wants to be with Sheila, but the relationship would only work for him if Sheila moved to America. David and Sheila also faced communication problems due to her not having learned sign language. David had hired an interpreter who Sheila grew jealous of. David helped Sheila with building a house back in the Philippines. However, he wishes to have a house of his own in America, where he can spend a lifetime with her son John Rail, and any future babies David might have with Sheila. Unfortunately, Sheila's visa rejection may have caused David to change his mind. David seems to be feeling anxious about growing older without a companion, and the fear of Sheila's visa taking more time than expected to get approved is lingering on his mind. He has already spent several years in a long-distance relationship, and David doesn't want a long-distance marriage now. It appears he is ready to start dating in the US and meet someone locally who he could marry instead of Sheila. David has also faced financial issues and had previously asked fans to give him money to help build a house for him and his fiancée. Our take on David still wanting to marry Sheila despite setbacks. David really loves Sheila, but time is not on their side. While David had not given up entirely, his message to fans asking them and even Sheila to understand him seemed like a warning sign. David's patience is running thin. Even Sheila must be getting frustrated with having to wait forever to be with her man. David might never want to move to the Philippines, where he could live a comfortable life if he wanted. David hasn't really explained why the K-1 visa application was not accepted. However, 90-Day Fiancé. Before the 90 Days, fans seem to be hopeful about David and Sheila reuniting soon and are sending them prayers. David Dangerfield from 90-Day Fiancé. Before the 90 Days should consider finding a new partner instead of waiting for Sheila Mangubat. I was a big fan of David and Sheila's journey in 90-Day Fiancé. Before the 90 Days Season 6. I enjoyed their story because they were both down-to-earth people, unlike some superficial cast members like Jasmine Pineda and Shakina Garner, who joined the show to promote their businesses. I appreciated David and Sheila's journey because they faced communication challenges due to their hearing impairments. Despite the cultural and financial obstacles, they never gave up on their love. David's on-screen journey began when he traveled to the Philippines to meet Sheila. Although he had some reservations, he hoped things would work out. Upon reaching Sheila's home, he realized that she lived in a dilapidated house and was the sole provider for her family, which included her father, mother, and 12-year-old son, John Rail.